You want me to put that on my Tudor?
She will not like this. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Harry's wife as a narcissist needs to be the centre of everything. She is the main character. She believes that she's the most important individual, and she forms that view driven by her narcissism. Her narcissism needs to make her the central character because that way it enables her to assert control over various people, draw fuel from them, and access character traits and residual benefits. Were she a wallflower that was walking fifth in the line, she's not going to be able to access those things as successfully. Hence, she has to be driven to make herself at the centre of things. That's why she turns up at the Harry's Wife Games and makes them the Harry's Wife Games. That's why she marches in front of veterans, making a fool of herself, but she doesn't see anything wrong with it. It's why she turns up at events and elbows Harry out of the way, in effect, standing in front of him and talking to people, leaving him lurking in the background, looking very much the spare. She's propelled to do this by her narcissism. This is what it imbues in her to make sure that it compels her to lay her hands on the prime aims. Some narcissists are not necessarily as pushy as Harry's wife. There are alternative means of doing so. But when it comes to Harry's wife, she ensures that she's the one that gets in front, that the one that is spoken about, the one whose fashion show takes over an event that's meant to be for veterans, that she fabricates a near-catastrophic car chase in order to make it seem like there was something totally dramatic involving her. In view of all of that, it follows that the narcissist does not like to be ignored, and that is to put it mildly. Love me, hate me, but never ignore me is the mantra of the narcissist. The narcissist cannot stand to be ignored, because if that happens, well, there's a huge problem. This telegraphs to the narcissist that they are not important, that they don't matter, in effect, making them feel weak and vulnerable. And also there's a failure to provide fuel. So it's a kiss-kiss, bang-bang, double whammy of problems for the narcissist. Harry's wife must always be recognised. That's why she seeks out the cameras. Harry's wife must always be the one that is being filmed. That's why she organises for people to film her when she goes to Beyoncé concerts. And where she is not included, then you will see the ignited fury as the facade management attempts to keep it in check with the jutting jaw, the straining neck muscles, the rapid blinking as a consequence of anxiety, the playing with the hair. There'll be another instance, however, whereby Harry's wife is not going to be pleased at all. She will not like it because somebody has clearly utilised the concept of the Sussexes to write a story, but then deleted her in effect from it. Oh dear, oh dear. Not only would this annoy her, should she be aware of it, that somebody has written a story surrounding her and Harry, but then she has been deleted, she, the main character, from her own story. What fresh hell is this for Harry's wife? Yes, it also demonstrates the contempt for which she is known, that she is removed from her own story. That is a real hammer blow to a narcissist. Where does this all come from? Well, according to Mail Online and an article by Elmira Tanatarova, the headline reads, "Author apologises after being accused of portraying Harry's wife as a white woman." Woke hell in self-published fiction book about a prince called Archie who falls in love with a US commoner. Prince falls in love with US commoner, and as you can see from the thumbnail, that comes from the cover of the book. And there's a ginger prince who looks very much like Prince Harry, although it doesn't look like he can afford any socks. And what's that? He's there, down on bended knee, which is what, of course, Harry's wife prefers, talking or holding the hand of a lady wearing a red dress that is not too dissimilar from overripe burst tomato lady dress that was worn in the 2021 Salute to Freedom Gala. But hang on a second. What's going on here? That lady has pale skin and blonde hair. She doesn't have the bronzing of Harry's wife, nor the dark brown hair of Harry's wife. This author has taken Prince Harry and utilised his story calling him Archie, but then has removed Harry's wife from the tale. This is heresy in the world of Harry's wife. The article tells us royal fans have slammed a new fiction book apparently inspired by Prince Harry and Harry's wife, accusing the author of portraying the Duchess as a white woman. Her Royal Highness by American author A.J. Arnold follows the story of British royal named Prince Archie, who falls in love with a violinist named Lucy, whom he meets in New York. Well, as far as we know, that's not a similarity with Harry's wife because she has no musical talent, although I believe that she's able to play the skin flute fairly proficiently. AJ first shared the story on fanfiction site Wattpad before deciding to release it on Amazon in December. And the cover image features a red-headed man with a white heroine wearing a red dress, reminiscent of Harry's wife's scarlet gown, overripe burst tomato lady, at the 2021 Salute to Freedom Gala in New York City. One poster on X wrote, "The audacity of a writer to use Prince Harry's likeness on the cover of her book, and then to have the female lead be a white woman wearing a copy of Harry's wife's dress. That's the cover. And to add insult, you named the main character Archie. How did you think this was okay?" Yes, apoplectic rage from that individual. According to Soap Spoiler, AJ has issued an apology for any hurt caused, saying, "As someone who has never indie published before, I made the decision to release Her Royal Highness on NetGalley to garner such feedback. It became clear to me, however, that there were some themes and elements to the story that were problematic to say the least, and I immediately began working to correct those issues, including scheduling another round of edits. As I received more negative criticism and realized that I had caused harm to those in all communities, but especially the black community, I was deeply saddened, embarrassed, and ashamed. Hang on a minute, it's fucking fiction." Elsewhere, one reviewer on Goodreads even dubbed the book "blatant fan fiction about a real married man and the woman who thinks she should be the princess." A synopsis on the site, where the book has 2.41 stars out of 5, with 29 ratings and 22 reviews, summarizes the plot. When a heartbroken violist is photographed with the Prince of Wales the night before his brother abdicates the throne, their wild one-night stand becomes a royal engagement. The story starts when Prince Arthur, later dubbed Archie, travels to New York City to make an appearance at a charity gala alongside a Lucy Almont, who owns a failing charity and was recently dumped by her fiancé. But after spending a steamy night with her, the royal learns that his brother, the current King of England, has abdicated the throne. Now, with photos showing the prince out and about with a woman sporting an engagement ring, Archie is pressured into marrying his one-night stand. Will Archie and Lucy be able to convince the public that their love is real, or will their farce come to light and ruin them both? The plot summary ends. Well, indeed. But some of the comments that have been placed are as follows. "You are giving her far too much airtime, which was her intention. Without the controversial look to Harry's likeness, Harry's wife's CH-like dress on a white woman and the prince's name being Archie, she wouldn't receive any notice. Now, everyone's talking about her. The SS is UC. What? Clov T writes, very disrespectful. Swan there. Everything about this was a publicity stunt as far as I'm concerned. Patty McHugh. Wow. Yvette Angeles. What? Woke Demon Barbie. She thought it would get her a lot of free publicity. And it has. Donna. Not okay, but it's fiction. Nothing anybody can do to challenge it, unless it was marketed as factual. However, not everybody found the book so bad, with Goodreads harbouring a few positive reviews. Somebody explained that, to be perfectly honest, I was a little shocked at how good this book was, another admitted. Somebody else wrote, absolutely loved this. The writer's style is my favourite to read, funny and fun, with a lot of wit and heart. Somebody else wrote, loved Lucy and Archie, their meet cute, everything about their romance, can't wait to read the next book. I'm a sucker for a royal romance, and the second I saw the cover with the cartoon prince, who is the spitting image of Prince Harry, I said, sign me up. However, because it was so obviously inspired by a real-life prince, I was prepared for the possibility that this could be a really poorly written fan fiction. Within only a few pages, I knew I'd greatly misjudged this book, and was in for a good time. According to Goodreads, Her Royal Highness is expected to be available on December the 1st of this year. Well, the author certainly gained quite a bit of publicity by the Mail picking this up, and it's quite clearly written about the Sussexes, except that Harry's wife has been expunged from it. And even though this is a piece of fan fiction, should Harry's wife be aware of this, she would not be best pleased, because it should be about her, and if anybody should be expunged, it would be Harry, not her. The fact that she has not been included will cause her narcissism to tell her once again that this is just another racist act towards her. Well, could it not be that there is a blonde woman who marries a ginger prince? There's plenty of ginger people in the world. Therefore, it would be appropriate, should it not, that this could happen? But no, Harry's wife, of course, through her narcissism and her victimhood, will interpret this as another attack against her. See, they include my husband, but not me. She wants it to be about her, and therefore should be included, and the fact that she is not gravely offends her. She will not like this, but of course, there's very little that could be done about it, save complaining about it to anybody that would listen nearby her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.